Well, we're into the afternoon now and we've been joined by Louisa Sedgwick from Leeds Building Society. Thank you for taking the time out to join and speak to us. You've been working in the industry now for 25 years. Yeah. How important are these types of events?
These are critically important for networking opportunities alongside meeting some of the brokers that are actually buoyant within this market or working that heavily within this market. So yeah, critically important for us as a lender.
And so, can I get down to the hard stuff? What can mutuals offer to intermediaries that differ from banks, would you say?
Mutuals are very, very different from the larger banks because of the way in which they're funded. So a large bank will predominantly go to the money markets to raise capital to be able to lend to individuals, whereas mutuals get most of their funding from their retail savings, which means that they can be a little bit more innovative in working with their customers to suit their customers' needs. So there is an awful lot more in line with a building society that will be slightly more in line with what the customer needs as opposed to just generically top level type products. So they are very different in that sense.
So there was a Building Societies Association conference recently. They were discussing the need for innovation in the market. Do you feel that building societies need to innovate with products and technology in order to keep up?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the big boys of the big banks will work in what we classify as the vanilla type of lending. So it'll be very, very straightforward. Mr. and Mrs. Bloggs who've got a very large deposit and want to buy a house or want to remortgage within their existing house. Building societies have the opportunity to work with the customers that don't necessarily fit into that arena. So working with niche products such as Help to Buy. The Help to Buy product is available throughout most of the lenders, but there'll be little differences of criteria that the building societies can offer on Help to Buy. Or there's certain things like the product pricing is very different, the way in which they price the products will be very different. So working on innovation, listening to the customers and then feeding into the technology is absolutely critical.
So what advice would you give to advisors who are trying to adapt to the new regulatory landscape?
Okay. They need to understand the lender's requirements. They need to understand their customers better as well. They can't just make an assumption that they've got all the right information and a lender would be happy with that. So they need to know exactly what the lender's asking for and then go to the customers and make sure that they get all the relevant information.
And so going forward, what would you say in the market will be the one area to watch, and why would you say that?
I think interest rates particularly. Not so much for the new borrowers, because the MMR changes have been implemented and the affordability checks are already there. But the old borrowers that are either sat on their existing mortgages or looking to remortgage, those guys are going to have to be carefully managed.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to join us and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Thank you.